won by 26. They're now 3-0, tuning up ahead of the Olympics. Curry was cooking, 18 of 24 in the first 11 minutes. Had a sweet 4-point play. Hey, listen, the guy's tremendous. Bam Adebayo was awesome. 17 points. I think he had 3 threes, and Edwards 16. Your guy AD went off. USA now heads to London for 2 more games. Saturday they face South Sudan. The only concern I have over this absolute butt-whooping of Serbia is, the U.S. is going to go into the matchup that matters in the Olympics in group play.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, we just smashed these guys by 26. And they're probably going to be a little overconfident. And
you know what I find?
Preach a little caution.
I really like Olympic basketball.
It's fun.
Well, I get all the stars, and then I get the patriotism. So a convergence of 2 things I like. I like the big stars. They deeply care about playing in it. I think it's pretty cool that all these NBA guys who have $150, $250 million net worth love playing for the country. They're into it. They're feisty.
Well, you're also going to Paris, and you're going to London. It's a nice little summer travel for these guys.
My kids are going. They got some tickets.
Your kids are going to Paris?
And I told them, bring sunscreen and a hat.
It's going to be hot as heck.
And they're saying that, I'll watch some of the Olympics. I'm more World Cup than Olympic. I think we're both more World Cup than Olympic viewers. Olympic does a lot of pageantry stuff I don't care about. But apparently they're not selling a lot of tickets.
Yeah, nobody wants to be there. There's zero. We went to Paris last year.
It's great.
It's not my favorite city on planet Earth. I want to go like every other year. I was no chance I would go this year.
Yeah, first of all, July and August are the 2 months you don't want to go to Paris.
No.
It is crowded and it is hot.
Awesome city, though.
It is a great place.
Yeah, I can't believe your kids are going. Wow, Olympics.
They got some free tickets.
Oh, wow, because you got hooked up, huh?
I mean, just whatever.
You're just you're just moving in different circles than all of us now.
No,
That's
I'm just moving in circles. I'm not. They're not different circles. They're just circles. J-Mac with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie
It was
News.
fun. I told both of them. I said it's going to be oppressively hot. It's going to be incredibly expensive. It's going to be really crowded. Are you sure you want to do this? My kids dipped into their savings, and they're like, "All right, Dad, can you?" They bought they got direct flights. It's big airports where they live, and so
young people are crazy. You remember being young and crazy? No.
Well,
awesome.
One of the things I've always encouraged my kids: get on planes. Very early, we got them on planes. Here's how airports work. Watch the signage. Here's how to book your flights. We both, everybody in the family, our kids travel. And that was one of the, not always fancy places. Like, this is a big deal. A lot of times it's just Nowheresville. But I would say I'm a huge fan of traveling.
Yeah, by the way, Mr. Airport guy, how's the Charles de Gaulle Airport? Is it the one in
That's the one in
France?
Paris.
Yeah, how is it?
You're the one that went there.
The last year, I don't remember, but Heathrow in London is awesome. That airport is tremendous. I can't believe it didn't make your list.
I don't like Heathrow nearly as much as.
Wow.
No, there's a lot of good airports in this country. The best airport in this country is actually Indianapolis. Doesn't mean I want to go there a lot.
You expect me to believe that?
No, it's really
That's
good.
the best airport of the country?
Yeah, the best one I've been in.
Come on.
Big city airports are all a pain in the butt. They're all awful. I mean,
LAX.
It's fine.
Sorry.
Imagine a burglary at your home if you're picturing a shady character sneaking about under the cloak of night. You would be surprised to learn that according to the FBI...
Man, I'm starting to feel bad for this guy. Tyreek Hill's caping up for him, and now left tackle Teron Armstead is pointing out how the team needs their quarterback if they're going to reach their goals.
We need Tua to go anywhere that we're trying to go. All our dreams, goals, and aspirations is reliant on number one. And the Dolphins know that, the organization know that, the city, the league. So the way they iron out the numbers, all that. Negotiation gets tough in contracts.
Yeah.
Teams start to bring up bad plays, bad games, injuries. You start to get offended. Like, oh, man, that's how you really feel? But it's leverage. And once you peel back those layers and you keep it about the business, it'll get done.
Well, he's going to get his.
You sure?
Yeah, I think he's going to get his. I don't think he's going to get quite the number that his fanboys want him to get, but I think he'll get a number.
We're getting close to end of the summer, right? And in August, I think you're going to redo your NFL teams based on maybe some preseason, any injuries.
When is Greg Toohey is one of my producers. I do before the season starts, I usually do 4 predictions. I do post-free agency, and coaching hires, post-free agency coaching hires, post-draft, then sort of a pre-camp, and then a post-camp, see if there's any injuries.
Yeah.
Have I done the third one yet? Can I do the third one tomorrow?
Because I want to know if you've got the Dolphins in the playoffs.
Okay, so tomorrow I can do my playoff preview pre-camp. That means pre-injuries, because we have the free agency done.
Yeah.
We have the draft done, all the coaching done, and we're also getting reports out of and signings for quarterbacks. So that creates a little less chaos, some more foundational good stuff for teams. So
you got the schedule. We got the schedule.
No, that's a good point. Yeah. We have the schedules come out. So why don't I do that tomorrow? We will have our third big NFL playoff prediction, and then we'll do one after. See if there's any injuries after the preseason.
I keep looking at this Dolphins team, regardless of what happens with Tua. I don't see a path to the playoffs for them. Not in that division.
They're going to score a lot of points.
Okay. They didn't score a lot of points last year, and then
they made the playoffs.
Well, they kind of backed in there.
Well, they
made
the playoffs. I don't care how you get into the playoffs. I don't care if you back in, you topple in, you fumble in, you got to the playoffs.
See that? See all those cold weather games there at the end?
No, I will say this. Week 13 on it's a tough sled.
It's a doozy.
It's a doozy, but there's a lot of wins here for a team averaging 28 a game. A lot of W's. Lot of wins. How about Buffalo, week 2, having to go down to that swamp in Miami where it's 94 and humid? Matt might as well just put a W on that one.
I thought yesterday it was Josh Allen's amazing. Now he can't handle some heat in Miami? Come on, bro. What is that? All right, final story. Let's go to Team USA. They beat down.
Oh, here we go on a Thursday. So many things to talk and grumble about. Live in Los Angeles, it's the Herd. I'm going to roll up my sleeves here. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, thanks for making us part of your day. It's a work day. Not a dress-up day. It's a work day. I'm going to roll my sleeves up, J-Mac.
Literally and metaphorically, right? You're rolling the sleeves up. You're getting in the mud. Here we go.
So, J-Mac, once again today we have very light, optimistic shirts
Vibrant.
on. Very vibrant. So, Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid are vying for a starting center spot on the Olympic team. That's going to be in Paris. It's going to be in Paris about a week or two, right? We're going to have the Olympics. And so he got these games yesterday against Serbia. And Embiid had the worst plus-minus of any player for Team USA. And Embiid, France wanted him on their team. Everybody fought hard for him, right? And he goes, Anthony Davis, by the way, has been very subtle about even being included. His quote was about the Olympics, I'd be happy to play if I'm asked. And he has been an absolutely dominant figure when he's been on the floor. But I've said this for years. Because the NBA is very much into aesthetics and style, I get lectured for years about players. Carmelo Anthony is unbelievable. He was a terrible defender, never in elite shape, a complete isolation player, very few assists, never made a teammate better, didn't do squat in the playoffs. I was told Derrick Rose was going to dominate the league. A highly efficient shooter, more turnovers than I'd like, and hurt all the time. I'm sorry, he's not going to physically dominate the league. I was told Westbrook's an MVP. I thought he was a stat patter. Bad hands, can't shoot for a guard, hyper athletic, but played one speed and often out of control. My eyes did not tell me that Westbrook was an MVP and Carmelo was an absolutely dominant player or Derrick Rose was going to run the league. And my eyes are telling me the same for years with Joel Embiid. I'm not denying he's got a Shaq feel to him. But Shaq won in the playoffs. Shaq was dominant when it mattered. I'm watching this Olympic stuff. Embiid gets in the way of the offense. Anthony Davis doesn't. Hell, Anthony Davis took 2 shots yesterday and was the second most dominating player in the game to Steph Curry. He is literally jumps off the television set. And here's the thing I like about AD, and we've seen this for years in Los Angeles. He can be a star and dominate a game, but he's also an incredibly complementary player. He elevates LeBron. LeBron doesn't have to worry about defending the rim. He can be a complementary player on this Olympic team, or he can dominate moments. With Embiid, there is no complementary to his game. He forces you to play his style. And so does Steph Curry.